Imagine waking up, opening your phone, and seeing that you made $500 while you were sleeping. Imagine working from your kitchen table, setting your own hours, and never having to miss a single moment of your child's life. For millions of Americans, this is the ultimate dream. And there is a multi-billion-dollar industry designed specifically to sell you this exact fantasy. But what happens when the opportunity of a lifetime is actually a carefully engineered psychological trap? What happens when a job that promises to bring you financial freedom actually forces you to secretly empty your family's savings account? Today, we are diving into the dark, predatory world of multi-level marketing, or MLMs. This isn't a story about a Wall Street executive losing millions. This is a story about a 30-year-old stay-at-home mother who just wanted to buy groceries without looking at the price tag. She wanted to help her family. Instead, she ended up with $30,000 in secret credit card debt and a garage full of expiring health supplements. In this video, we will break down the exact psychological tactics these companies use to brainwash vulnerable people. We will look at the toxic culture of toxic positivity and the brutal math that proves why 99% of people who join these companies lose money. If you have ever been messaged by an old friend offering you an amazing business opportunity, you need to watch this until the end. Meet Sarah. I'm Adam, and on this channel we analyze the real financial mistakes of everyday Americans. Today, let me introduce you to Sarah. Sarah is 30 years old, living in a quiet suburb in Texas. She is a devoted mother to a 2-year-old girl. Her husband works full-time as a logistics manager. They aren't poor, but with the rising cost of inflation, groceries, and a new mortgage, things are incredibly tight. Sarah is carrying a heavy, silent burden that many stay-at-home parents feel: guilt. Even though raising a child is a full-time job, she feels guilty that she isn't bringing in a paycheck. She watches her husband come home exhausted, and she desperately wants to relieve his stress. One Tuesday afternoon, while her daughter is napping, Sarah is scrolling through Instagram. She sees a post from an old high school friend, Jessica. Jessica is holding a sleek cup of pink energy drink, smiling brightly in a spotless kitchen. The caption reads, "So incredibly blessed to work from my phone. Being my own boss allows me to retire my husband and stay home with my babies. Who wants to join my tribe of empowered women?" Sarah hesitates, but the guilt pushes her. She sends a direct message. "Hey Jessica, how does this work?" That single message was the beginning of a $30,000 nightmare. Love bombing and the starter kit. Within minutes, Jessica replies with a voice memo. She doesn't just explain the business. She uses a psychological tactic called love bombing. She tells Sarah how amazing she is, how great of a mother she is, and how she is exactly the kind of driven person they are looking for. Jessica explains that she works for a health and wellness company. She isn't a salesperson. She's an independent consultant. To start, Sarah just needs to buy a starter kit for $499. This kit includes the supplements she needs to sell, plus access to exclusive training. Logically, Sarah knows that paying money to get a job is a red flag. But the emotional hook is too strong. She is sold the promise of community, sisterhood, and financial independence. She uses a credit card to buy the kit, telling her husband it's an investment in their future. When the box arrives, the brainwashing begins. Sarah is added to dozens of WhatsApp groups and Facebook pages. The culture is intensely positive. Any doubt or questioning is immediately shut down and labeled as a toxic mindset. She is told to make a list of 100 people she knows, family, friends, former coworkers, and start messaging them. When her friends politely decline to buy a $60 bottle of vitamins, her upline, the people above her who profit from her sales, tells her, "They just don't support your dreams. True entrepreneurs don't take no for an answer." The trap. 11 o'clock, 19 o'clock, garage qualification, and the sunk cost. This brings us to the most dangerous mechanism of an MLM, the quota. To maintain her status as an active consultant and qualify for commissions, Sarah must sell $1,000 worth of product every single month. During her first month, her mom and sister buy some products out of pity, so she hits her goal. She makes a $50 commission check, She proudly posts it on Instagram, claiming she is building her empire. But by month 3, her family is tired of buying expensive, mediocre vitamins. Sarah only sells $200 worth of product. It's the 29th of the month and she is getting frantic messages from her upline. You are so close to maintaining your rank. Don't lose your progress. Just buy the remaining $800 yourself and you can sell it later. This is a practice known in the industry as garage qualification. The company doesn't care if the product is actually sold to a real customer. They only care that Sarah buys it from them. Here, the sunk cost fallacy completely takes over Sarah's brain. She has already invested time, her pride is on the line, and she has publicly declared herself a business owner on social media. She cannot fail now. So she opens a new secret credit card and buys the $800 in vitamins. They go into a box in the garage. This cycle repeats every month. The company constantly releases limited edition products that consultants are pressured to buy. To attend the annual Empowerment Conference in Las Vegas, she spends another $2,000 on flights and tickets, putting it all on the secret card. Sarah is working 40 hours a week on her phone, alienating her friends with constant sales pitches and silently accumulating massive debt. She thinks she's running a small business. In reality, she is just the company's best customer. House of Cards collapses. 2 years into her business, the reality becomes impossible to hide. The secret credit cards are maxed out. The interest alone is hundreds of dollars a month. Her garage is filled with $15,000 worth of expired and unsellable health supplements. The breaking point comes when her husband tries to apply for a loan to fix their leaking roof. The bank denies them. When the husband pulls their joint credit report, he discovers the horrific truth: $30,000 in high-interest consumer debt that he knew nothing about. The fallout is devastating. The betrayal of financial infidelity nearly destroys their marriage. When Sarah desperately reaches out to her MLM sisterhood for help or advice on how to return the inventory, the toxic positivity turns into absolute silence. Jessica, the woman who recruited her, blocks her number. Why? Because in an MLM, the moment you stop buying inventory, you are no longer an asset. You are a liability. You are labeled a quitter who just didn't work hard enough. The most expensive lesson. It took Sarah and her husband 3 agonizing years of severe budgeting to pay off the $30,000 debt. She ended up throwing dozens of boxes of expired supplements directly into the dumpster, literally throwing her family's money into the trash. Sarah's story is a heartbreaking reminder of how predatory companies weaponize our best intentions. Sarah didn't join because she was greedy. She joined because she loved her family and wanted to help. If you take away anything from this story, let it be this: a real job pays you. You never ever have to pay a real job for the privilege of working for them. If a business model requires you to recruit your friends and buy your own inventory to hit a quota, you are not a CEO. You are the product being sold. Protect your money, protect your relationships, and never let the illusion of the hustle blind you to the math. I'm Adam. If you have a story that could help protect others from making the same mistake, please reach out to me via email. Subscribe to learn from the past and protect your future. See you next time.